We're heading into Coron today, and it's getting a whole lot more touristy through this area. Boats everywhere. This is some of the downside of cruising Asia, and this is how we're going to go buy diesel. And it's all going to try and fit it into a tuk-tuk, so we'll see how that works. Okay, we're ready to go. We're loaded up. Two of us, and we've got Mox, our superstar. He's going to drive us. Once the jerry cans were filled, we had to get them back down to the dinghy, out to the boat, siphon them into the tanks, and then do a bit more shopping in Coron, as well as after we'd done the shopping and so on, then we saw a little bit of the sights, and then off to find some beautiful anchorages to enjoy. I don't know what's going on here, but this is the second lot of this we've seen in Coron town. Funny. This is definitely some tricky manoeuvring at the moment, as we're in this tiny little bay, dropped a bow anchor, or dropped the anchor off the bow, and we've now got to try and somehow tie a stern line ashore. Not quite sure how we're going to do that. Okay, we've now ditched the dinghy, it's just drifting away, and our neighbours have come to help with trying to get the dinghy tied up, the big boat tied up, sorry, to the rocks. Tricky. Well, with a bit of help, Deb's off to do the dinghy recovery, as ours is drifting away, and we have now got a stern line on. So, and our anchor's out, so we're hopefully snug as a bug in a rug in the most amazing anchorage. Like, wow, what a spot. And that was the little entrance that we came through. Tricky, nerve-wracking. Seems like we're not the only people to find this place. I think we're the only people to turn up in our own boat though. It's just absolutely amazing. Okay, so we've managed to drop the stern anchor, tie the bow in, and then we're going to walk along here, and there's a hike up to a waterfall, so it looks cool. Bit tricky trying to work out where we're meant to tie up and so we don't get squashed by one of these guys, but all good. This is the lake that we've then hiked into in the middle of Coron Island. Been for a swim, beautiful. Now we've got to do the hike back. Cool spot though. Wow, this is just amazing. And our dinghy is down there. There's our dinghy. And our boat's around the corner. Totally awesome. Some more cool cave action.
Okay, ready?
Wow. What a spot. And now we'll go do some exploring from the dinghy. Another amazing little bay that we've come into. What do you think of this, Debs?
It's incredible, isn't it?
Oh, a couple of tourist boats. And this is the sheer cliffs. Just wild. Wow. There's me going in there. So this is the challenge we're facing right now. We've got this stern line tied here that's rock tight at the moment, and it's looped over a rock ashore. The rock ashore is too high to reach from the water, and so our plan is, and we've got wind coming in sideways, which will push us onto reef around us, and our anchor's out. there, which I'm concerned will blow onto the reef on the other side when we let the stern line go. So Deb's going to swim ashore with a boat hook. I'm adding a bit of cord, taping that, and we'll tie that onto Deb. Deb's going to pull herself ashore on the line or swim ashore, then stand up. I'll then reverse the boat hard towards her, which will slacken the line. Deb pushes the line off. Then Deb holds onto the line as we then pull forward. And then I pull Deb in really quickly to the boat and then run up, and then I'll start pulling the anchor up. We'll see how this master plan works. So I suction cupped our GoPro onto here, and it's now down there as I was trying to get the excitement of getting rid of the stern line. And we're now in 16 meters, so I've now got to use our little scuba tank to go diving for it. And I guess this possibly is a lesson on why you don't buy GoPro mounts from Temu. Dope. Success!
Woohoo!
That was not easy.
No, I saw the bubbles going all sorts of places.
Yeah, there's a whole heap of coral below us. A little bitty tank worked. I'm into the yellow or orange. I can't tell. But there's not a lot of air in this little tiny tank. But there was enough. Okay, so after going diving to recover the GoPro, and now Deb's now pulling ashore with a boat hook with the master plan of being able to unloop us. Anchored all on our lonesome. How good is this? Another beautiful morning. But I was actually out here looking at the steering wheel and looking at this fantastic notice they give you on it. Warning, vision from this steering wheel area is limited. Maintain a lookout as required. I've got a stab in the dark here, but I reckon I don't need that warning. I reckon I could have worked that out myself. And I'm so looking forward to getting rid of dumb stuff like that. Yay. Deb's heading out on her morning sup session. She's got her hydro pack on, a VHF radio in there, her phone, tunes downloaded, headphones on, all set up for a serious little mission. Okay, have fun, Debs.
Party time, baby.
Yeah, this is Deb's highlight of the day. Mama's gone for a paddle. She's gone way round that corner and said it's a cute town, and I'm going to now launch the dinghy and go visit her. Found her on the other side. Long mission she's done. Look at that fridge boat. I love it. That's awesome. You feel like a rock star. Kids are very excited. There's a suspension bridge across the waterway. Let's see what it looks like when we get closer. It's not looking too healthy. You get up there and then it just starts getting harder and harder to get across. Yep, definitely advanced level skills to cross that puppy. And it's clearly been replaced with the raft and then that rope that they pull themselves across, which I just about wrapped around my propeller. A whole lot of the local boats have what look like big spotlights mounted on the sides of them that point at the water, and then they have little generators so when they're fishing they can attract, I'm assuming it's squid. Yeah, interesting. Last night when we were on the boat you could see a ton of really bright lights offshore that looked more like the land was the sea and the sea was the land. Where all the lights were was the fishing boats. Some of the realities of cruising and boat life, boat maintenance in exotic places, and Deb goes that extra mile. But yeah, it's been a hosing, scrubbing, cleaning kind of day today in a beautiful location. Backpacks are loaded, bags are full with goodies, and even got a drink while you're going as well. More fruit and veg. This is the local shopping. Easter in Palawan, or in El Nido. Deb loved this sign. Fun times in El Nido. It's about 12:30 at night and Riley has arrived with us. Yay! So exciting.
Hello.
Yay.
I'm back.
Yay. So fun getting to show all this amazingness to Riley. Yay. What do you think?
I'm happy to be aboard. Very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Like with all the shapes on the erosion underneath. Just really, really fun lookout.
Yay. They're happy. And this is our anchorage. Like crazy. Crystal clear water. Just wild. And so now the debate we're having, which is, you know, important stuff, we can head over there by dinghy, and there's a couple of lagoons that are meant to be amazing. Or we could go for a dive here, or we could go ashore and sit on the beach. It's another tough day. All right, so we've come across in the dinghy. We've now tied it up to a mooring. This is where all the tourist boats are. And we're being told that we need to hire these canoes, which we've waited around for a little bit. We've hired canoes. They're short on paddles. So Riley's got the wooden paddle, Deb's got the carved wooden paddle, and I've taken one of our dinghy paddles. At least it is a paddle, and we're going to head off into there to go exploring. There's our guy who's just brought us our change. This was a grand total of 500 pesos. So what's that? $12.50 for the 2 canoes and an epic experience ahead. Yay! And Deb's doing all the work, so this is perfect. How's this system working for you?
It's great actually. I need to paddle one side, Mum paddles the other.
We're in the most magnificent place ever. And I've got a family of clowns. I don't know how that happened. Look at this.
Secret tunnel, secret tunnel.
And there's Riley.
It's so quiet and peaceful.
It has the potential to be quiet and peaceful. Look at this. Oh, now there's someone crashing into us, of course. Not a bad first day aboard, is it?
Not bad for a quick little visit.
All right, Debs, give us a few words.
I don't have words.
Oh, what's that? You don't like paddling?
I do like paddling. I want to bring my stuff through here.
Yeah. I think the guys that hire canoes have a stranglehold against that.
Yeah, and it might be a tad challenging paddling across the strait to get here from the big boat.
Yeah. Details. Wow, that was such a cool experience. This is the fish life under the boat right now. Just wild. This is with the stern lights on, the underwater lights on. Oh, and then the other side, it's got these mega schools of fish. So that's the anchorage we were in last night, and we're now, well, we're going to go down here, and we're on our way down to Coron down there, to Porto Princesa down here, but we'll stop there tonight on the way. And that was last night up here, and before that was around on this side where we picked up Riley. Yeah, interesting travel. This side of the island is certainly a bit more basic, a bit more local people, and that's it that we're leaving. Only bummer at the moment is it's blowing about 10 knots, which is lovely, but we're going to have to turn downwind more, and we need to sort of be doing 7 knots in order to get to our destination. Getting a bit quicker now, so maybe we'll have a chance to sail, but the apparent wind will drop to almost nothing when we point dead downwind. And this is the town, so looks very local. Pretty easy navigating when you've got a remote control. Riley's decided he's going to go for a dive with the air buddy on his lonesome. Can't see a thing, but hopefully we'll nail it. So one of the strange things on this boat is that the ceiling heights are so high that we can't reach.
Oh, that one we can.
Well, okay, Deb says we can reach that one, but some of the hatches we can't. No, but if it's, yeah, if that was open, you can't pull it closed.
No.
But if the trick is having a little stool here, and the little stool has turned out to be so handy. Who would have thought?
And this
Never
one,
needed one.
and this one I got him from Muji, and it fits behind the door in the head on the shelf, where exact measurements.
There you go. Deb's happy because it fits and goes away neatly. See, here's mate, he's here. He's keeping an eye on what's happening out here. He's got a very important on-watch role. Doing it tough, Debs?
Just delightful.
Yay. So we chatted to some fishermen on the beach yesterday, and we learnt that these sticks that stick out of the water have a net connecting them all together to create a big fish trap. And then we've also learnt that these, let's see if we can film it, these sticks sticking out of the water, that's a big stick, but there's lots of little tiny sticks as well. There's some over there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, another stick there. Those are a rope going right down to the bottom, and then there's like a fish pot, like a trap for the fish swim into. They sit on the bottom, and then there's a rope lining a whole ton of those running all along, and then there's one rope that goes up to the surface with the stick on it that they pull all the traps back up again. which means that we can then go in right next to those sticks. There's another stick over there. Yeah, that we can drive right next to those without worrying about catching a net. So that was good to understand.
Monkey Nido fish, and I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to get a big wave right now.
Like this one?
I don't know. Doesn't seem to be there yet.
Monkey Nido fish.
Yeah, that. We've got our wing foil board here, and we're going to have a go at towing behind our dinghy and see how that goes. See if we can learn how to do this. How are you feeling with this opportunity, Riley?
Excited to go for my swimming. We'll lovely swim in this water.
So we thought we had the opportunity to do a speed test. With any true speed test, we need to test going in both directions.
So this is where I am. There's a little fishing hut there. And I paddled from, I think you can see Nido. Yeah, there we are, down there. There's nothing around. It is way cool.
Here comes Deb on her way back from one of her paddle missions. Pretty epic spot though, to be fair. So this is just coming into Port Princesa. This is where Riley's going to fly out from tomorrow, and then we've got a couple of other mates coming in tomorrow as well, or a day after. There's an unusual boat. Not sure what's going on there. The joys of boat life. This is currently trying to find the crabs that are in the dinghy, that came up on the dinghy lifting ropes and are now in the dinghy running around. And from here, it's back to Melbourne and back to studies.
Back to cool weather.
Riley's got his taxi to the airport, ready to go. There he goes.